So what you're going to do is, obviously when you're playing, you're going to be going into different postures, and you're going to be leaning over, and you're going to be bowing, and you're going to be trying to navigate this instrument. This goes for people who are tall, like myself, and that cat back there, or this goes for people who are shorter, or whatever. I mean, you're going to have an instrument, hopefully, that corresponds to your size, so I don't think we need to go into that stuff particularly. But if you're going to be playing here, you're going to have to go, and you're going to have to lean over and look at stuff. And if you're looking at music, you're going to have to lean over and crane and look at that music stand. So there's going to be times when you're obviously going to be not having a neutral posture. And everybody that I've seen play bass anywhere at any time leans to the right. And I find that that happens to me too. If I start, and that's why I blew my back out the first time when I was doing this, because I was playing and I would find myself playing, and you know, I started to play a couple things, so I was really getting into it, you know. I like to play a couple notes and maybe a tune or two, so you know, I was feeling it. And coming from a rock and electric background, I'm very into like admiring my handiwork, you know. So so what's happening is whether the bass, I would end up with the bass like this a lot of the time, but I would for sure be leaning back like this because you know I'm really playing something, or I'm looking over at the music, or I'm trying to play something up here, or I'm bowing, or whatever it is that takes me away from having a neutral posture. And quite frankly, I haven't seen any technique books or any teachers or anybody at all that teaches you to have a neutral posture. Maybe there are some. I'd like to hear about them. I haven't seen any. Everybody has a variation of where they're going to put the bass and how they're going to lean with the bass against them. Some are a more pronounced lean, some not, but everybody's leaning. So what I'm saying to you is that's going to happen for sure because you have to do stuff and you have to play your bass. But there are times when you're not going to be so concentrated on the figure you're trying to play. There are going to be times where you're going to be waiting for the next tune to come around. Or there are going to be times when you're watching the drummer do his solo. Or there are going to be times when you're just vamping on something for a while. And at those times you don't have to be staying in this posture because you're used to that, because that's the position you're in. So you're going to hang out and wait for somebody to finish their bit or the string section, and then you're going to get back into it. So what I'm saying to you is there are going to be times, again, during playing and in between songs, where you can just go back to this reference posture that I was talking about, and you will have more of a straight posture, and you can kind of just hang there, and you'll have your string working, and you'll be balanced, and then when you need to go back to this, you'll do it. But in the meantime, you'll have this thing going. It'll keep you from having more discomfort. But if you're sitting like so, best thing is to have both feet flat on the floor. And I know that according to your height or whatever, that may be an issue. I had a suggestion that you could take a drum throne and adjust that if you're shorter, or if you want to jack it up a little bit, that might be able to help you. But best thing is both feet flat on the floor. Now, you can have one foot on the rung, which is probably the most common thing that I've been seeing, people playing like that. You can still have your reference postures I talked about, but when you lift this leg up like this, that puts a curvature in your spine, and that's going to cause your muscles to tighten up, and you're not going to be balanced as much as you would like. So, something to think about. And if you have a back problem in particular, and you're sitting, this might be something that might help you out to just put that foot flat on the floor. The other thing is sometimes people will put their foot on a classical pedal. Same kind of thing. You still get that little bit of tension in the back, pulls on those muscles, tightens them up, you got back pain.